So I think that a lot of the whole UFO scenario, some of it is purely supernatural, but a lot of it is human beings cooperating with these things in
like
another
CE5,
way. Yeah,
summoning them,
got it.
calling them in.
Exactly right.
No good.
Why in the world is all these abductions, which again, that's a Genesis 6 event, abductions, and why in the world are they terrorized? And why does it always have to do with something reproductive? Because it's all a part of the seed war.
Do you think that the fallen angels could have abducted the women?
Yeah,
I never considered that before.
I think that it is the first case of human trafficking that's ever been recorded, and the whole human trafficking agenda is their agenda.
Whoa.
And so they made deals with their kings, they made deals with their dads, they made deals with all this, and they sold those girls into slavery, and they used the reproductive organs to introduce a new bloodline in Yahweh's face and say there's nothing you can do about it. So you're like, well, why didn't God stop that? And I want to tell you why. Can I tell you why he didn't stop it? Because he didn't see it. Now that is going to cause a problem with people. Like God sees everything. God sees everything, but he doesn't legally see everything. And this is a really big thing. And so these guys are called watchers, right?
Mhm.
The reason why they're called watchers is because their job is to watch and to report legally. God literally set it up. He said, within the angelic and celestial realm, I'm going to set up watchers. But he also set up rules that they didn't count on, where he could legally know about it, even though he hadn't legally laid eyes on it. Again, they're all a bunch of lawyers. If there's spilled blood and you don't report it to me, their blood will cry out to me from the ground. So it's just like in Sodom and Gomorrah, God Almighty shows up and he tells Abraham, I must go and see for myself if what I have heard is true about Sodom and Gomorrah. Well, why can't he just see from heaven? He's God Almighty. He's omnipresent and he's omnipotent, but he has set things up for the sake of redemption. By the way, he has set things up with all of these legal rules and parameters that they use against him, that these demons use against him. And these things that we would call demons, these fallen angels of whatever species they are. And so, he has to physically, sometimes he hears first, and then he has the legal right to go and see when his watcher is literally lying to him.
That's wow. So it's like in natural terms, it's like you have a corporation and the boss is upstairs in his office and he has managers who are in charge of the floor and letting him know how the operation is going today. And he finds out his managers have been lying to him so that they could take an extra 30 minutes on lunch.
Take over the company.
Trying
to take over the company.
And so he's like, I'm hearing some rumblings. Let me walk downstairs and take a look for myself.
That's exactly
wild.
what happens when God Almighty shows up to Abraham.